we're back.
We're back. Sorry, guys.
Quick break for the sponsors.
All right.
Okay. Cool. Well, I don't know where you got cut off, but as far as what I got going on, I mean, I'm just gonna keep skating as long as I feel good, and I'll keep competing as long as I'm still giving them a hard time, you know, and I'll just make that decision when the time comes, and I'll continue to skate. The cool thing about skateboarding is you don't necessarily need to compete to stay relevant. If I want to, you know, stop competing at some point and then continue to create content and different things, I mean, that's really what I want to do. So I'll keep pursuing that, and but I'll be competing for a little while longer.
Good to know. More questions?
No, it looks like we must have been pretty thorough in our presentation because not a whole lot of questions coming in. Any questions for us, Bob? Is there?
I mean, I think that, I guess one of the things is like, what's the difference in, say, what's Zero when Zero came on the market, and I know it's been like four years ago, I guess there was a, you know, reboot in Zero, you know, or like a, you know, like so you came in 2 years, right?
2.5 years ago.
2.5 years. So what's the difference that you've seen on the line and just like what you had to do?
Most fundamentally, we're a lot more organized now and have much better interdepartmental communication and operation. You know, several years ago, the joke was, let's just issue a job to the factory floor and then see what parts we have, and then we know what we can build.
Right.
So the tagline I've been pushing for the last 2.5 years is predictability.
Right.
You go to like the conference rooms and operations, they all say predictability. And it starts with the development, making sure we have predictable timelines, making sure we pick the right suppliers, we do the right qualifications, we schedule the material to come in, we build the bikes, we understand how long it takes us to build a bike, we train the operators, so at the end we have a high quality product that goes to our customers. And you know, lots of little improvements, no silver bullet, but just consistent pursuit of making small improvements every day.
Yeah, as the company grows and people are into the bikes, they want more bikes, and how is that demand on this line?
Right. I mean, we went from barely being able to build two or three bikes a day to now consistently we can crank out 16, 17, 18 bikes a day.
Right. No, that's a big,
That's a huge jump. And then, you know, since I came in a little over 2 years ago as well, looking at the advances in the product line. You know, I've been a motorcycle rider my whole life, as most of us here have been, and to ride motorcycles today versus the motorcycles 4 years ago, it's just night and day.
the bike itself.
The machine, and you know, 4 or 5 years ago, I think everybody intuitively knew that there was a kernel of a great idea here with electric propulsion, and the powertrain, I think, evolved first, and then it took a while for us to really get all the other components around
it. It seems like that's the hardest part is getting the, you know, you guys went the other way around, because it's like, you know, the design is one thing, having electric, it seems like the battery, the electric motor, like that's the hard to figure out, and then making that look cool, you know, like to kind of like make the design of the bike. Obviously going to the dirt style is really cool with the FX, is like, because everyone stops me and then like when I'm on the FX, they're just like, man, that's a cool looking bike, you know? So, you know, definitely to be like, to go in that world. I don't know how many people would jump the dirt bike, the FX. You like some of the guys
like motocross?
Yeah, motocross, yeah.
You know, we
jumps here and there.
We built that primarily as a trail bike. So
Oh,
that's great on single track and fire roads, but we didn't, you know, it's more of a enduro style trail type machine than a true motocross
Than a
machine.
freestyle bike.
Yeah. So like if you were to go to the X Games,
Right.
you know, and do some triples or whatever, that's not what was at the bullseye for the FX.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Hey guys, we have a few more questions here that have come in here recently. Joe Rescott is kind of, I don't believe that this is directed at Bob, it's more directed probably at Kai, someone from Zero, about future products, wanting to know if we plan to build a bike similar to performance that Lightning has, or even a cruiser style bike in the future, Kai. Would you care to take a stab at answering Joe's?
Bike type of thing.
Yeah.
Well, as Sean mentioned a little earlier, you know, we're a privately held company, and we do have to keep our new product development relatively closely to our vest. So at this point, we can neither confirm nor deny.
I love that.
Yes. So the great
It'd be
question.
like Bob saying, yeah, I'm working on this new trick, and here's exactly how I do it.
Yeah. Let me show you.
You just gotta trust Zero to come up with the products they have now. You know it's gonna be good.
Exactly. Exactly. We have a lot of other people that are really enthused here about what's going on at Zero. We're getting some more technical questions, which are really not the purpose of this visit here with Bob. I think the purpose here with Bob is just to, find out more about how much fun these bikes are to ride and how they fit in. And, when it comes to fun and having been to Dreamland, I know you're all about fun, Bob. What do your friends say? I'm curious what your friends say when they see you on the bikes.
Well, for one, I kind of show up and they don't even notice, and they're like, "Whoa, stealth guy!" Like, because I come up and you don't hear anything. So, and they all love it. Like I said, just the style of the bike. Because like at my house, to go up to the mega ramp in different areas to film, and it's just like it's pretty steep stuff, and it's out there, so it's a pretty good trail and off road to where the FX actually gets me everywhere around my property. Where if I were to drive, I couldn't get everywhere. And even the golf cart I have cruising around, and I cruise around, and only gets me to a certain point. So the FX is the one bike that gets me everywhere, all around my house, my property, in and out quick. And I don't, and I'm not hearing any motor. I know I'm not burning anything, so it's kind of like it just makes me feel better about picking it up, instead of just getting and turning on the gas to go somewhere. So they love it. Everyone that sees it, and then they mostly see the FX because I'm usually cruising around with that. But when I tell them about the DS and how much how stable it is when you're on the freeway and stuff, it seems like I'm selling to them the bike, but it's like I'm just telling them how rad it is because it is such a rad bike. It's really cool to be able to tell people about a motorcycle or any kind of product that you're into, that you're not just, I'm not selling it to them. It's just like, no, this is really good. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, so Carlos is asking a little bit about our charge tank. Perhaps, Sean, when we think that's going to be available.
Sure. We had targeted that for spring 2016, which is coming right up, and we are on track. So I would expect to see charge tanks at Zero Motorcycles dealers within the next couple months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yes, great. So Carlos, there's your answer. Yeah, Thierry Bosch is asking again, our fans are big technical followers. Thierry Bosch is asking the same question. When will we have an anti-slip regulation, or I guess traction control?
That's an Abe question.
Yeah, that's again in the pipeline, guys, and we can't really comment on future product here. And a lot of people are asking too, some people came in late. Just want everyone to know that this podcast, or this ZeroCast, is saved and you can watch it in its entirety later on live stream. So this can be viewed at any time later, just to do a little housekeeping here. A lot of people are asking if Bob would ride his skateboard around the shop here. And the answer is yes, he has been already, but unfortunately due to OSHA regulations and other things, we have to be a little bit careful there. Trust me, we've had to slap his hand if more than once or twice. And John Rushworth says, good to see a younger generation like Bob enthused about it.
Nice.
So obviously.
I'm young. See, I was thinking something else.
Well, John's 90 years old,
Oh,
so he's anything under 60 is younger than him. So really good. I mean, we got more and more people chiming in here and stuff. We're getting near the end of our allotted time. You have a video out now, Bob, called "The Future Is Now."
Yes.
And we're really excited to have the Zero featured in it, but it kind of speaks to your personal ethos, that what you're trying to do through all of your activities, about sustainability, the future, what it means. You're, you have bi-citizenship between Brazil, you're a world traveler. I mean, could you comment on that, how this, your personal philosophy a little bit, and how this motorcycle fits in with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, just for the most part, trying to, I've always been kind of gravitated towards like sustainability and, towards, trying to, products that make sense that we would want and need, going into the future. And so, finding transportation that's electric, from cars to motorcycles. I mean, I enjoy my life, but any kind of product, and I know how much, yes, I travel a lot. When you think of carbon footprint, when you think about, all that's going on. So it's rad to fit a product to the lifestyle. So I feel like there are a few things, from my skateboard to going out, being able to get on an electric motorcycle and then go to my friend's house. So my local missions now, I don't even, there's no burn, there's no carbon monoxide coming out of me for even just going down the street for grabbing coffee in the morning or something like that. It's just like, it's just a product, and it's one of the most enjoyable moments that I have. Like sometimes I'll get up and just to get on the bike, and it's just like, all right, there's a freedom of getting on the motorcycle. And so adding that, it's a perfect addition to my lifestyle. I'll go skydiving, I'll go jump, and I'll go to jiu-jitsu, and I'd rather do it on the motorcycle. Even if it's raining, a lot of times I'll take the motorcycle just because it's a lot more fun. It adds a fun element to life. So I guess that's really my thing. And traveling back and forth to Brazil, and like you said, I'm a dual citizen, and I like the fact that yes, it's electric, but yes, that it's manufactured in the U.S. So there's a lot of things that play into it that aren't just it's just like, yeah, it'd be cool to have an electric bike, but this is like at all levels, it feels like it's the right product, and it fits perfectly with what I do.
Great. Well, a couple more comments. First, John Rushworth points out that he and I are the same age. So thanks, John. I'll keep that in mind. Also, Bruno Pinto is asking, are you impressed with the new FXS? And will it be your next bike, the bike behind you there?
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's like now everything that comes out of Zero, I'm like, all right, I'm looking to that product, so, but, it's like computers. You want to get a computer, and then you don't want to ever look at catalogs again because, you're going to want to get the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So everything I'm seeing here is impressive, and, I think that it's even, what I like really is that there are motorcycles here that I'm not yet ready for, and usually, because anything that's really fast, gets to a certain level, you have all this power. We talk about like when you have that much power, it's great responsibility, right? So I like that, even like that. I think it's the SR, outside of the DS, they're just like really, it's like high performance bikes. So you wouldn't think that electrical, or electric bike would go there, but it does. So I feel like I'm still growing within Zero and then growing as a motorcycle rider. So I feel like there's a product there if I wanted to make that jump, so that's a good thing.
Well, I think that's about it, Bob. We're right at 2 o'clock. For everybody who stuck with us through a shaky tour at times and a bad broadband connection, thank you. Bob, it's absolute honor. And
Yes.
Kai, thanks for sharing your
Life and
work with us.
unscripted.
And with that, just to reiterate what Scott said, this ZeroCast is available on live stream. You can replay it at any time.
For more?
And we'll be having another one coming up in, let's say, about 6 weeks. So watch this space for the formal announcement on the next one.
Cool stuff.
And that would be the end.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob.
See you.
Thanks,
All right.
Bob.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you. That was awesome. That was awesome. You can just see the people getting more and more revved up about
You can tell where do you see the activity on the.
Well, you see it. We can see